Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to JAHAN-E, your own channel. And nowadays, we are presenting the special episode on Aspirations 2021. Today, we have a renowned educator and a trainer and educational consultant, Mr. Mohammad Rifay. Mr. Mohammad Rifay has lots of experience in the field of education, and let's know his insight about the educational status and what had happened during 2020. I welcome Mr. Mohammad Rifay to the show. How are you, Mr. Mohammad Rifay?
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, I'm good. How are you, ma'am?
I'm also good. So, Mr. Mohammad Rifay, the people have not much to speak good about 2020. We know the challenges, we know the situation, not only in our country, but all over the world. So you please,
Yes.
as educationist, what do you think? How was 2020 for the educators?
Yes, thank you for having me here. And I'm joining today live from MARKAZ Knowledge City, which is in Calicut, Kerala. Okay. So first of all, we have to thank Almighty for keeping us alive today, because 2020, being alive is the most important achievement, you can say, you know.
You're right.
Yes, as far as education industry, like any other industry, it's suffered a lot like never before in 2020. But yes, we have also found some way to find solutions and to go forward in life COVID, or yes.
Thank you very much. Now it was year 2020. It was not known at all. Whatever had happened, happened. Nobody was expecting that it's going to be with us for so long. Everybody in the beginning, everybody was thinking it is just for
Exactly.
2 months, 4 months, 6 months, not more than that. But now the people say it's going to be with us even furthermore, maybe a few months, maybe a few years, because the vaccine, we have the hope for the vaccine, but we cannot say that 100% surety that vaccine is going to help us. Now you see, what is your projection for 2021, and how do you prepare yourself to welcome 2021?
Yes, as an educationist and edu consultant trainer, my job is to instill hope in people, not be pessimistic. I am very optimistic that yes, there were few delays in finding the vaccines, but already some companies, pharmaceutical companies, have made a drastic improvement and shown positive results in this COVID. And it's not the recovery rate of COVID. If you take the example of India, it's very high, more than 95% recovery rate. And so we don't have to worry a lot. But then, yes, we have to take care of ourselves. But the news, if we see, it's going to be, helter-skelter right from here on. The educators are going to have a tough time. The artificial intelligence and the robots is going to take their place, and all these kind of hyped worries. I think we need to stay away from this, and as an educator, as a learned person, we have to see how we can solve the problem of people and how we can engage our students in a much better way in online education. Also, since we have an option now, and parents and students, everybody is ready to come to school once in a week or twice in a week, so that we can call them batch-wise and give all the instructions required for them in online as well. So let the Cassandras be damned, those who say all the pessimistic things about COVID or post-COVID, because anyway, whether it is there or not, we have to live, we have to survive, we have to grow, we have to learn, we have to conduct exams, we have to do job, we have to have a career. Everything should go on. We cannot just keep saying that, this is going to happen. All right.
Yeah. Thank you very much. You seems to be very optimistic. in your approach, and but at the same time we have to see that in almost in all other countries the schools are already open, and this
Mhm.
regular teaching learning process is going on with lots of precautions. But here in our
Yeah.
country, I think that except entertainment sector, rest all other sectors are open. But why
Yeah. Yeah.
only education, schools and colleges are closed? They are not. They still they are closed. They didn't open. So what do you think? Is it going to continue in 2021? Or if it is going to continue, that how we can justify that we should be very optimistic and we have to keep on teaching and learning, while 60% of our people live in the villages where they don't have connectivity, where they don't have gadgets with them to for the online learning. So what is your solution in this situation?
Yes, you have brought in a very valid point regarding the rural areas in India and the educational institutions being not open up. I think from 10th standard and 12th standard that is opened up. Training institutes have opened up. It's only, I think, the schools and preschools, these things are not open because the students from grade 5th onwards, maybe they are very comfortable in online education and that will go on. Now the matter is whether they're coming to school or not. See, if we can do the classroom, if we can take the classes online, and once in a while or twice in a week, if students can come to school and clarify their doubt, there is no point in just arguing to say that we need to open up the schools. This year it can go like this, considering the safety, which is very important in the kids. As a grown-up, we may have a lot of what you call hormones to fight the bacteria or virus, but it's not the same case with the kids. Now, what has happened with this COVID is the digital divide. The digital divide. I'm from Mangalore. And my state, Bengaluru, has Silicon Valley of India. Even though Bangalore is having Silicon Valley, the Karnataka, the North Karnataka, and a lot of villages in Karnataka, yes, as you said, I agree with you that they are not equipped with the gadgets. They are not equipped with the 4G or 3G even. And they don't have enough funds. For example, 3 kids in a family, you need to buy 4 mobiles, right? One for father, one for mother. Then mother will be busy now because parents, when child is busy with the class Zoom platform or Google Meet, then the teachers start calling to mother, and then the other child cannot receive that, so mother needs another phone. So the family which is just running without a smartphone is forced to buy 3 additional smartphones, which is very difficult. And considering the job market in the present situation, the economic conditions of the people in the present situation, this digital divide, the government should think of solving it somewhere or the other, instead of just serving the elite opulent class of people, ignoring the impoverished millions of marginalized poor community who are working their fingers to bones to make day in and day out to make their living. You have to have the government have to think on that lines. And yes, all education is like you, who is trying to educate people. There are many others also, as I know, they are also trying to do something. And one thing which kept motivated is this pandemic has created a lot of learned improved trainers, because previously it was only through offline mode the trainings used to happen. Now, I attended more than 30, 40, 50 seminars and webinars online, which if there was no COVID, it was not possible. And it's available at a subsidized rate, sometimes discounted, many of times it's free. So people learned new skills, they learned to adjust, and they came to know what a minimalistic lifestyle also can give them happiness, instead of dreaming always about the luxurious millionaire, billionaire kind of stuff. They know, yes, with thousands, with 100,000s, they can have a fantastic life. So that's a blessing in disguise that COVID-19 have brought in.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And yes, you are right that people have to find their own ways and let the government decide whether it's going to open, it's not going to open. That is their उनका जो काम है वो अहले सियासत जाने. But we as educators, we have to just find the ways how we are going to make it effective for the students. Now, I request you that kindly give a few suggestions and tips to the parents and the teachers and the students who are suffering during this COVID-19. And especially, I talk about the teachers because they are the ones who have suffered a lot. Although they have tried their level best to equip themselves with the latest skills of digitally equipped, but still, as far as their salaries are concerned or the fees issues were there, there was lots of problems going on in different states of India. So I would request you to kindly give some uh, tips to them.
Yes, if I have to say something for teachers, I would say you should not be in this profession if your aim and motto is only money making. Having said that, yes, the institutional leaders, the school management, they should take care of their teachers because, and the parents should understand it's very, very difficult to teach the students online who are not physically in front of them. They don't know how, what activities they are involved in. They don't get to see them, whether they are understanding it or not. Sometimes the students, they just turn on the camera, or they keep the camera off and they just keep the mic on and they go. All these things happen. But teachers, yes, your job is to educate people. So just, this is for temporary. It will be solved. You will be all right. You will get better package. If you have done really good, expect a promotion in the time when the school is opening up, because the management now knows you cannot just always beat around, because the recorded classroom sessions, the student responses, the parents feedback, everything counts, everything is recorded. It's virtually available for the top schools, senior most management and decision makers. So you do your job perfectly without worrying about the cut in salary. Same time, if since everything is online, now, for example, what I got to know is if a teacher is handling third standard 3 batches for 45 minutes, she would spend 2 hours, 15 minutes plus a 15 minutes of break in between. And a lot of energy, shouting or delivering class or, managing kids. Now in pandemic, she don't have to worry about all that. In 1 hour, she can complete better portion than it was in the classroom. So she saves that 1 hour. She can use that for creative activity. She can build her knowledge. She can build her confidence. She can look for something new. She can, do a lot of things. And now, for example, if you're teaching students about photosynthesis, you can send a YouTube video link or some other link to students, which is, which describes photosynthesis in 2-3 minutes. Otherwise, the teacher have to explain for 40 minutes or 30 minutes or one full period to explain about photosynthesis. Teachers, they have creative time. You have to be optimistic and think you are finding extra time. 1 hour you are saving, 2 hours you are saving. Use that time to give some tips, educate yourself, learn new skills, and update yourself, and just have some more extra patience. You already have it. Have a little more, and I think your life will be good. As far as parents are concerned, some parents, there were WhatsApp messages and some memes saying, okay, we are ready to pay even 2,000 more. Please take my kid to the school. You manage them. I cannot manage their naughtiness and, the way they fight with each other. I don't know how you manage so far. If you come and manage them, I'm ready to pay more. Madam, sir, father, mother, your child is your responsibility. Teachers, they will teach like a second parent or mother, but your responsibility is to take care of your kids. If you can't manage your kids, then who can? God only. Yes, we believe in God. We believe in God sometimes. Some of them don't believe in God. That's different. But your kid is your kid. It has to be in your home. You have to manage. Now, if you don't know how to manage, there are a lot of free parenting sessions. For example, I'm working in HABITUS Leadership School, HABITUS Life School. We have a lot of sessions coming up. So join such courses. We are giving free programs also. Find out the free programs, how to be a better parent, parent enrichment training, how to control kids, how to control hyperactive kids, how to control or how you can manage or identify the learning disabilities in kids. There are a lot of people available in online now at a subsidized cost, sometimes free. Find out and improve your quality of life as well. That's for parents. And as for institutional leaders, what I would say is just give hope and don't let your employees who work for you day in, day out, had their aspirations and dreams with you to shatter. Yes, you may have, less funds, but a positive talk, a positive hope which you instill in them, that will be really great. And as an educators, we all have a collective responsibility. Whether the government is doing or not, it's not an option. We can together work with the government, not without or work away. We can work with the government. We can work together with the government. We can make our proposals given to the government. Yes, if they don't agree, then we can do it, as educators. It's not politics. The leaders, politicians, they may come and go for 5 years, right? But we are teachers for life. We are teachers for our students for life. We have new students coming up, right? So we don't have to really depend on entirely on the government of the day to support us in any way or the other. But what we have to do is we can work, we can give a proposal as, self-sufficiency. This is what the Prime Minister of India, who has, to make the India strengthened country, Atmanirbhar Bharat. Yeah. So teachers, educators, we have to be Atmanirbhar. So we are the ones who will show the way how to be Atmanirbhar, how to be self-sufficient individuals, how our kids not only writes and pass exams and have a lot of qualification and paper certificates, we also have quality and enough skills in us, which is required in the post-pandemic world. So yes, this is what I have as a tip. Maybe I don't know how far I'm good to give a tip, but what I understood is this. And also with government and educational institutions, some of them might not really be able to pay the fees. But since online, you also have less expense in terms of managing your building or managing your transport, managing your infrastructure, or managing a lot of things. You have your, expenses reduced. So adjust a little bit wherever you can to the maximum possibility, because egalitarian education is what we need. We want education equal for all. Sometimes the students or the parents might not be able to pay the fees on time, but there, we have to deal like we have institutional leaders of educational institutions who are going to be models and building a future citizens of India, and a little tap and supporting hands to join together with them, and it will take them a long way, I believe. That's all what I have to say. If you have any more question, I would be happy to share my views on that.
Thank you very much for your insightful thoughts and your golden tips. And I agree every bit of your words, whatever you have said, except that the teachers also have their family to feed and they also should be paid respectfully. And we have to consider their needs as well. Although I know
Yes,
the
I
teachers,
didn't, I
yeah.
didn't, I
Yeah.
didn't deny that. What I said is the pay cuts, it is temporary.
Mhm.
Be sure that you be ready to get a promotion. Equip yourself, update, upgrade. Otherwise, it will be outdated. When it is outdated or it becomes obsolete, that's when the teacher will have problem. If he or she is updating, upgrading with the technology, using whatever possibility, they can expect a promotion as well.
Yeah, yes, you are right. So thank you very much, Mr. Rifai. It was really wonderful to listen your golden thoughts and your very positive ideas about education. And I was greatly impressed by your affirmation that you have attended more than 30 workshops during this period of time. That is the best investment of time and energy and money on
Exactly.
us.
That's how
Yes.
you grow. That's the positivity you have to take from this pandemic. What we will do, thinking, we are already in a water now. Just sail and get to the corner and then build life.
Okay, thank
Right?
you very much. Thank you. It was
Like
really
a
lovely.
saying which goes like the end. Yeah. Let me conclude one thing.
Yeah.
The entire negativity cannot destroy you, like the water in the entire ocean cannot sink a ship unless it allows it to get inside it. Same way, the entire negativity in the world cannot do anything to you unless and until you allow it to enter inside you and just become, disappointed with that and get confused and cluttered. That's all will happen. If be hopeful, there will always be a better tomorrow, and we can be hopeful that God Almighty solves all our crises. And because education is one of the noblest of the deeds, and being educators, we can pray for that to continue and calm our issues and get us out of this calamity, which we can say a crisis, a calamity, but the brighter days ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was really lovely talking to you, and take care. Happy New Year to you and your
My
family
pleasure. My
and the
pleasure.
entire
Thank you.
educators fraternity. Thank you. Take care.